Hey, what's up, guys? Mike from the Oak Cliff Kickboxing Academy. Gonna be breaking down the action from Glory 12, giving you live results, breakdown, and analysis. Robin van Roosmalen, ranked number 1 for good reason. When he's throwing, his punches and kicks are landing. His defense is almost impenetrable. Davit Kiria, he's trying his best, but his shots are not going in. In the second round, punch heavy for Roosmalen, worried that maybe he hurt his leg. He stopped throwing the kicks. But in the third round, he goes back to it, even throwing his knees. Kiria knew he was behind, so he threw some flashy techniques later in the fight, but they didn't land, like his axe kicks, jumping spin back kick, not sure what to call it. But it was a good fight. Robin van Roosmalen advances in the tournament. Moving on in the tournament, Andy Ristie versus Giorgio Petrosyan. Giorgio gets off to a very slow start, but he picks it up in the second round. The volume striking, you can really tell in the stats. So Andy Ristie comes out very aggressive to start the third, and he lands this great uppercut. It drops Petrosyan, and he is out. Stopped for the first time in his career. What a shock. In the tournament reserve bout, Hollenbeck versus Warren Stevelmans. It looked like it was going to be a pretty easy fight for Hollenbeck, the much bigger guy, but Stevelmans works his way back into the fight in the second round. Gets into trouble though when he's catching some knees, and he doesn't go down, but he's caught up in the ropes. Referee calls it as a knockdown. So he needs a knockout in the third round. He's trying for it, but it doesn't come, so he loses a decision. The co-main event is Jamal Ben Saddik versus Ben Edwards. Ben Saddik, a huge guy. He makes Big Ben Edwards look pretty average, and he's really owning most of this fight. Up until the end, Ben Edwards starts getting his punches off. Before, he would have no kind of setup, no jabs or anything. He would just come barreling in, trying to throw big power shots. It's not until Jamal Ben Saddik starts getting tired, fading away, where the big punches start landing for Edwards. And maybe about 10 seconds left, Ben Edwards lands a huge shot, drops Jamal Ben Saddik, and it's over. Amazing comeback win. In the main event fight, but the finals are still to come, is Wayne Barrett versus Joe Schilling. Joe Schilling has control early going. He's mixing up his kicks really good. But Wayne Barrett started landing some good punches. And he even drops Schilling. A second round, he continues his punching attack. And he's running away with the fight. But then Joe Schilling does land a big knee that drops him. And it goes to a decision. I scored the first 2 rounds for Wayne Barrett. Judges agree and award him the decision. Both fighters are cleared by the doctors to continue in the tournament. So in the finals, Andy Ristie versus Robin van Roosmalen. Van Roosmalen, once again, being very tight with his defense. It takes him a while, but Ristie finally is able to crack it. He's shooting from the outside because he's a taller guy, longer limbs. He starts landing some very good punches, finishes the round with the knockdown. Same thing in the second round. Van Roosmalen trying to stay busy, covering up very well, using the leg kicks. But Andy Ristie, eventually, he's able to get in there and drops him. Mouthpiece comes out, and then they got to clean the floor for being wet. But Andy Ristie just pours it on and gets the knockout in the second round.